What's up, everybody? It is Amrinder Singh. Today, I'm gonna explain another song by Shubh named King Shit. If you didn't listen to my last podcast or last episode, I explained his another song called Safety Off. All right, make sure you listen that explanation of the song. You will learn a lot of vocabulary, the casual vocabulary, or you can say colloquial vocabulary. All right, so this song I'm gonna explain the king shit. I listened this song few times, I think many times, honestly. In the gym, everybody's playing this song, even the safety of so popular nowadays. But I only one time listened this song with the lyrics. All right, I found this lyrics on the YouTube because it was hard for me to understand few lines, especially his hook, and I basically it didn't make sense for me. I got the lyrics. I don't know how much accurate these are. I'm talking about Punjabi lyrics, by the way. Uh, so it still doesn't make sense few lines, but anyway, I'm gonna explain to you whatever I understand. And another thing you also need to keep in mind, you can't understand like all the meaning or all the lines of the song. If we can, like if we native speaker couldn't, probably you couldn't as well. So yeah, sometimes it happens with me. Like this song, I think I understand maybe 80%, 85%, something like maybe 90%. I don't know. But there's few lines which didn't make sense for me. And there's a few reasons. Sometimes they just play with the words, all right? Sometimes the writer, they know, writer himself know what he's trying to say. Sometimes you don't, all right? Anyway, what I get, I will try to explain to you, all right? Now let's get started. All right, so he was saying, बड़े बोल दे मित्रां दी केस. Okay, this first line I understand. बड़े बोल दे मित्रां दी केस. Okay, if I explain to separately, bade means a lot. Bolna means like a speak. All right. Mitra means like a friends, but here it doesn't mean friends. Anyway, the case means any kind of case, police case, court case, whatever. Right. Here, Mitra, he's referring to himself. All right. Okay, how we use, let's say you say yesterday I bought a new car, right? So I could also say ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੱਲ ਖਰੀਦੀ ਆ, alright, or ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ 1 ਮਹੀਨਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਖਰੀਦੀ ਆ. If I say ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ 1 ਮਹੀਨਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਖਰੀਦੀ ਆ, so it means if you're telling me you bought a new car yesterday, I say I already bought it a month ago, alright? That time in that situation, mitra means I, alright, or I'm referring myself, but it's very rarely. We don't say it usually, but sometimes people use it when they are trying to tease with you or maybe in the songs. All right, basically mitra means a friend and mitra is kind of plural. All right, so in this situation he's talking about, I think he is saying like there are a lot of case on him, maybe police case, I don't know. Yeah, that's I think what he's trying to say in this land. And another land, he say mame toll de kar diya chase. I don't understand this line honestly, but I can tell you, mame means actually it means like a police. All right. Okay. If I say what is the meaning of mama? Mama is basically your mom's brother. All right. Your mom's brother is your mama in Punjabi. That's the relationship. Mame is a plural. If there is a two brother of your mom, that's being called mame. All right. But in slang, people also call mame to police. All right. Keep in mind. So he's talking about police here. So I think definitely on first line, he's talking about the cases, the police cases, which are on him. All right. So he said, mame told they. I don't get it. What is the meaning of told they here? All right. Maybe he's talking about like a toll, like when you go on the road you have to give the basically toll to drive for road. Probably this one, I think maybe that's what he's trying to say, toll day, but I can't guess properly. Then he said kar diya chase karna basically means when somebody is chasing you, it means oh chase kar diya. So if I have to get the meaning. It means yeah, the police is chasing him. I think that's what it means, but I don't know what the meaning of told there. All right, so that's why I was saying, because the few lines didn't make sense. All right, if I read the line, it didn't make sense, but I can basically interrupt this line in just my own head, right? Or can just like a translate according to me. Probably that's what it means. All right, so it's up to, I think, individual how they interpret the line. That's how I do. All right. All right, so he say ਕਰਦੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸਾਰੇ ਰੋਡ ਤੇ or road ਤੇ. I think probably he's talking road ਤੇ, like everybody is chasing him on the road. I think that's what he's saying. Then he said ਰਲਦੀ ਨਾ pace. Pace means a speed. Raldi, like a ralna. So it has many meanings. All right. Here it means raldi na pace. It means they can't compete, or they can't basically get together to me, or they can't like run the car on the road like me. All right. They are chasing me, but they never catch me. Something like that. All right. Then he say ਰਲਦੀ ਨਾ ਪਏ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਉਣ 'ਤੇ. ਸੋ ਦ ਫੁੱਲ ਲਾਈਨ ਇਜ਼ ਰਲਦੀ ਨਾ ਪਏ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਉਣ 'ਤੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਨਾ ਫੇਸ. Honestly, it's hard to understand what he was saying. So if I just guess, I think that's what he was saying. Like they chase me on the road, but they can't face up with me. When they face me, basically they can't like a catch me, something like that. So honestly, when I'm listening to this song, if I don't get the line, I don't like pay attention too much. I just enjoy whatever the line I gets, that's guess. Yeah, I don't care. So I only looking up to these lines because I want to explain this song to you. Otherwise, probably I'm listening this song for years and I don't know about these lines, what he's trying to say, because I don't care honestly. I only care that those lines I get. All right. So that's what how you need to take the songs. Whatever you get, just gets. All right. So if you are learning like a your intermediate level, maybe advanced level, when you become in Punjabi, you can talk to people. You're gonna get few lines, honestly. If you're listening like somebody, maybe your friend explained to you, you're gonna get it normally. So yeah, don't need to worry about too much about the songs. All right. Whatever you get, you can get. All right. Alright, then he say ਮੈਂ ਭਰ ਕੇ clip ਡਿੱਕੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ tool ਤੇ. And this line again is hard to interpret. I think I can interpret. I think he said मैं ਭਰ ਕੇ clip ਰੱਖਿਆ. I think he is talking about a pistol, his pistol or his gun. It means he filled his gun with a bullet, something like that. That's what I can guess. Alright, because it's not like a straight meaning here, and I think that's what he's trying to say. Because parke means filled. Clip, I don't know, maybe what he's trying. Diki rakhya, I don't means what the meaning of diki here. Anyway, dikna means like if I'm wearing for you, I can say my tenu diki yana, right? That, but it doesn't make sense here. So in that's why I'm just guessing here. I think that's what he's saying, because he was saying like I filled my gun with bullets. I think that's what he's saying. Honestly, I could be totally wrong here. All right, but that's what makes sense for me when I listen to the song. Probably that's what he's trying to say. And then he say at dekh ke ਚੱਕੀ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਅਥਰੇ ਸੂਲ. ਅੱਤ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਚੱਕੀ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ. Okay, I got it, this line. ਅੱਤ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਚੱਕੀ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਅਥਰੇ ਸੂਲ. At means has many, it means kind of peak means also at means also kind of when somebody goes so aggressive, we can say he's on the peak or he is so aggressive. At dekh ke chakki, probably he's saying to somebody like be careful if you want to go aggressive. Then he says sade athre sool. Athra means kind of word hard. I think it's not a normal word, nobody use this one. But yeah, sometimes people say oh athra banda, it means that person some kind of different or is so different than normal. So usul means like you're basically your rules. So probably he's saying to somebody So be careful with us because our rules are so fucking different. I think that's what he's trying to say. All right, then he say ਅਸੀਂ ਬੜੇ ਆ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ. Probably he's trying to say like we teach them whatever they teach in the school, something like that. All right, I that's what he's saying, but I don't get why he is saying here because I don't know why because I couldn't get. Then he say, "Chal, okay, let me read the full line. ਅਸੀਂ ਬੜੇ ਆ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਏ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਰੂਲ ਨਹੀਂ." So yeah, basically he was in ਚੱਲਦੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ rule ਨਹੀਂ. It means here where I'm here we rule. All right. So basically he's ruling his area. I think that's what he is saying. All right, now these lines are, I think, more understandable. At the beginning, it was so hard for me. I was struggling, honestly. I was just guessing most of the part, but after that, it's really fluent with me. I can get the meaning really easily. All right, so now it's gonna be easier for us. So anyway, he says, "मैं हाथ फिर सिर ते बिठाए bellini." All right, मैं हाथ means your hand, sir means your like a head, batauna means like a just like when you make somebody sit down. All right, so belly means a gangster. So in this line he's talking about मैं हाथ फिर सिर ते बिठाए belly. It means I made a lot of gangster cool down. All right, so that's what he's saying. Cool down means like it means he just dominated those gangsters. I think that's what he was saying. All right. In the second line, he say Rakhi Mexican gang California. So basically, he's talking about the California. He has a Mexican gang in California. All right. That's what this line means. All right. All right, so then he say butha thani kardeya naam tellini. All right, so what is the butha means like your mouth. I think sometimes people say booth they booth means also your face. All right, it could be also your like mouth. So I think that's what he's saying here. Butha thani kardeya naam tellini. It means they talk about my names by speaking. All right, then or देख television the news failing. It means you can see my news on the television. I think he's talking about his news when he was basically his shows were cancelled in India. I think that's what he's talking about. Though news because his news is like it's just expanded, we can say, or we can say just go viral in India. So I think that's what he's talking about here. So he was basically saying here. So then he said ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੀ ਪੈ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਸ਼ੋਰ. I think ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ means properly. Shore means like a noise. He was saying like there's a noise so much about his news. I think that's what had happened. All right, that's what he said. Then he said ਐਵੇਂ ਨਾ ਪਰਖੀ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਜ਼ੋਰ. ਐਵੇਂ ਨਾ ਕਾਕਾ ਪਰਖੀ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਜ਼ੋਰ. So kaka means basically he's saying to a guy, all right, kaka. So basically kaka means like guy here in this situation. Parkhana means test. All right, jor means like your strength. So basically he was saying like don't test my strength. All right, because it's gonna be bad. That's what he's talking about here. All right, so here what he says. So in this line he say na gabru di, yeah, okay, yeah, he said knee, not knee means here he's referring to a girl. Gabru di bark they come the floor. So bark, what does that mean? Bark means kind of like a jump, whatever, right? Gabru means a guy, young guy. Floor means a floor. Kamda means like a vibrating. So it means when he go on the floor, So it's vibrating. Probably he's talking about like a when he perform on the floor or the show, then the floor is start shaking. All right. Then he said ਪਹਿਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਸੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਰ ਆ. So it means I told you before, like ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਲ, it means like ਗੱਲ means like our style or my personality. Hora means it's different, or my vibe is different. That's what it means. All right, that's what he is saying here. All right, so basically these are the hook, which was hard for me to basically understand what he's trying to say, but I just guessed what he's trying to say. I already explained this thing, so he is basically repeating his hook. All right, so let's listen his hook again when he is gonna start basically the new lines. Then I'm gonna explain. All right. So So he was saying ਹੁਣ ਭਾਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਫੇਮ ਤੇਰੀ ਮੂਵੀ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਚਵਲ ਜਨਾਨੀ ਭੌਂਕੇ ਨੈਟ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ Alright, so here that's what I heard. He basically are dissing to there's an actress, Indian actress, her name is Kangana. So they have some kind of, I don't know what kind of beef is. I think when his show was cancelled, she said something to show that time. I don't have full detail, but she said something to show, or she was criticizing him, whatever the reason. So basically that's why he is saying to her. So he said hon pal di fame. Hon means now, palana means like a searching or wants. All right. Fame means like a fame. Teri movie bhi na chaldi. So I think her movies he basically released recently, it got flopped. So that's what he's saying, like you just trying to get a fame through me because your movies are just failed. Chawal janani. Chawal means kind of, you can say, a person who had basically, if somebody gives you no value, it means they thinks you are chawal. That's the meaning of chawal. All right. So chawal janani. Janani means a woman. All right. Ponke. Ponkana means actually is barking, but here means like a talking shit. So chawal janani ponke net utte kaldi. So it means like she is just talking shit on the internet. All right, because she just wants a fame to criticize me because her movies are failed. She just talking shit. That's what he's saying. All right. So he was saying that ਫੜ ਲੀਡਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਫਿਰੇ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਤੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਦੀ, something like that. So fadna means like a hold. Basically you're holding the hands of the political leaders. I think she had some kind of connection with the political leaders. That's what he's saying. So he was basically saying even you are taking the helps of political leaders, but you are still basically flop. Right, that's what he was saying here. So he says ਅੱਖ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਛੱਡੇ ਨਾ ਕੱਖ ਦਾ. All right, so ਅੱਖ means your eye. All right, ਜਿੱਥੇ means where, ਰੱਖਦਾ means like a keep. All right, ਛੱਡੇ ਨਾ ਕੱਖ ਦਾ. ਛੱਡਣਾ means leave. All right, ਕੱਖ means many meanings of kak. Kak actually mean a grass, some kind of grass you basically feed cattle, but here it doesn't mean. One time I explained the slang of kak. If you say mere kol is a kak bhi nahi, it means I am broke, like you have no money, you have basically nothing. All right, so here what he was saying, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅੱਖ ਰੱਖਦਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅੱਖ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਛੱਡੇ ਨਾ ਕੱਖ ਦਾ, it means where I keep my eye. All right, or where I keep the attention, or basically he's talking about like his enemies. If I give you attention, you have beef with me. All right, ਛੱਡੇ ਨਾ ਕੱਖ ਦਾ, it means you are gonna be nothing. If you want beef with me, you are not gonna basically you are gonna be destroyed. I think that's what he's trying to say here. Kakh means like you are gonna be nothing. All right. So then he said Landunga the kikli pavaya. Landu means basically the person who who has no value. Basically nobody gives that person value. That's being called Landu. All right. Landunga the kikli pavaya. Kikli, um I heard this word a lot. I think kikli, I don't know exact meaning of this, but basically kikli means like when you say when you if you are making people jealous. So if I have to explain the whole line, Landunga di kikli pawai lagda, it means the stupid people. He basically makes jealous those stupid people. That's what it means. All right. So he says, Ni muft che karda ilaj shakda. Muft means like a free, all right? So ilal means treatment, all right? Shak means a doubt. So basically he was saying, I treat or I treat, yeah, I give the treatment about the doubtful people with free. So I think that's what he's saying. So basically, it means the people who doubt on him, right? So basically, he fires back towards them. That's what this line means. Next line, he say, "Baise sada ek comment lakh da," right? Baise sada ek comment. Ek minute means one minute. All right, every minute it means lakh means 100,000. So basically, he is saying every minute of me or my every minute is 100,000. All right, so which means like he is just trying to say his time is so expensive. All right, so his time is so valuable. All right, that's what he is trying to say here. So then he say, ਉਹ ਬਾਉਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਚੈੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਚੀ ਉੱਚੀ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ ਲੱਗੇ ਡੈਕ ਨਹੀਂ. So I heard this line he's referring to because one of his song is Checks. If you heard his song Checks, all right. So a lot of people start trolling him when his shows were got cancelled in India. They were saying like his checks were bounced, right? So that's why he mentioned, all right, why he mentioned because after that his basically the show fully sold or something like in London. So he basically did his live performance in London. So he's referring here bounce nahi hunde mitran di check nahi mitra. Here he's referring himself. So basically he is saying his checks never bounce back. All right. Then he says uchi uchi sunde a lage deck nahi. Uchi uchi means loud. All right. Sunde a deck nahi. Deck means it's kind of DJ, all right? Because a lot of people they are playing his songs on DJ in cars. That's what he's saying. He is saying he was saying my checks never bounce. You can hear my songs on DJs, stuff like that. That's what he's saying, all right? So here he was saying, actually I didn't get at the first. He says Somvar or Shohanvar. They wrote Shohanvar in the lyrics, but it didn't make sense for me. Somvar basically means a Monday. Probably he's saying Somvar lagi lan kari chekni. I don't know. Is it mean like there are a lot of people who trying to meet him? You can check the line. I think that's probably he is saying. Then the next line he said Jor lalo chok di kade vi nek nahi. Jor lalo means you can't basically make me bow down. All right. Neck means like your neck. All right. Chokna means when you bow down. All right, or when you just got suppressed, something like that. So I think that's what he's saying. Like you can't basically beat me. All right, that's what his line means here. All right, so basically here he's singing his hook again. We already discussed this one. I'll explain when he's gonna say his new lines. All right. So here he's saying Toronto pura davdava tere charda. Alright. So basically he is saying here he he has full dominance in Toronto or Toronto, right? Because he's so popular probably in Toronto. That's what he's saying. Alright. Dabdaba. Dabdaba means basically your dominance. Alright. That's what he's saying. Jarda means like your friend, whatever, right? So it means he has a full dominance in Toronto. Then he said ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਮਾਰ ਟੀਸੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਮਾਰਦਾ. Here probably he's talking about um, ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਮਾਰ ਟੀਸੀ. It means when he is gonna hunt, he is gonna hunt top people. I think that's what he's saying. So that is this line I'm just guessing, I think probably because it's not had direct meaning like the first line has a direct meaning. He has full dominance in Toronto. But second line, I don't know what he is trying to say, but that's what it seems. He is saying like he's gonna hunt top people. So he said, Jigre nal pare aaye kithe harda. I already explained this word jigra, I think, in his last song, The Safety of. Jigra basically means a person who has brave. Alright. So it means he is full of bravery. Alright. Jigre nal parya. Parna means filled. He is filled with the bravery. Kithe harda. Harna means lose. Alright. So here his line means he is full of bravery. He's not gonna lose. All right. So that's what then he say ਉਹ ਆਦਤ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹਿੱਕਾਂ ਝਾੜਦਾ. Adat means your habit. Prana means old. It means he's saying his habit is old. What kind of habit he's talking about? He's talking about like making people jealous. Hikka sadna means basically make people jealous. So it means this is his habit to make people jealous. This is his old habit. All right. That's what he's saying. So he is saying Gana kalla kalla hit na koi karda miss. So it means kalla kalla means like every. Gana means song. So basically he's talking about his every song is hit. So he never miss. That's what he's saying. So yeah, honestly his songs are so popular. So that's what he's saying here. His every song is hit. He never miss. All right, that's what he's saying. Then he say ਮੈਂ book ਦਾ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਾ ਡਿਸ. So it means I basically gained a success or if I'm getting popular it's because of my taraqi means success, because of my success, because of my hard work. I don't do this. It means I don't like talk shit about people. All right, that's what he's saying. That's how I got my success. All right, because where I am today, that's because of my success, and I don't talk shit. I think that's what it means, what he's trying to say in these lines. So then he say, oh group ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ hiss. I don't know what the meaning of hiss. So but from the line I think he was talking about oh group ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ hiss. Probably he was talking about those people who were trolling him or who was criticizing him. So it means he basically kicked them, those people, out of his life who was trolling him his bad time. So in second line he explains how he basically kicked them out. Then he say mare fis jime challe machharan di hit. So basically there is a spray which is very popular for the mosquitoes. Machhar means mosquitoes. That's called name hit. So basically he is talking about he just kicked them those people from his life, like the hit basically killed the mosquitoes, the hit spray. All right, that's what he's talking about. All right, this is it, guys. There's also basically what he's gonna do next. He is gonna sing his hook and then the song is going to be end. I don't need to explain it again because I already explained. I hope you enjoy this and learn something new today. I'll be back another day with another lesson.